Quick question, have you ever gotten a participation award before? You know, a sheet of paper basically congratulating you on existing? Some of you might have said yes and others said no, but if you've ever played Minecraft, then yes, the answer is yes, you have. Welcome to the world of Minecraft achievements / advancements. Minecraft's way of taking the time to congratulate you and to announce to everyone when you've done almost anything, like having a pulse. Okay, so I've had to cut back the budget for this video, so that's why we're rolling with the projector I found somewhere. If you're wondering where the budget went, it started with my own participation award I got in the mail. Okay, now it wasn't actually a participation award, it was a letter from the IRS. To cut a long story short, I owe a lot to the government, so we're talking in front of the projector today. Anyways, resume, I guess. Achievements and advancements. First added in 2011, they've basically been Minecraft's main and only way of showing you what there is to do in the game. Initially helping you get started with surviving with the basics like getting stone, upgrading your tools, transporting mobs across dimensions while drinking every potion in the game next to your sextuple beacon and pet dolphin and warden. Okay, I think I might have skipped a part. Oh, here it is. Next step was actually scraping off the oxidation from a copper bulb. Yeah, that's a real advancement. As you can imagine, Minecraft has changed a lot over the 13 years since achievements were added, and achievements themselves have changed just as much. From an entirely different system being created, advancements, to a now combined total between achievements and advancements of 256 to ever exist. This includes those original achievements added in 2011, Pocket Edition achievements, original Console Edition achievements, and even those found on the 3DS, which take achievements to the absolute next level. Now, they don't actually have any unique achievements, there's just more of a challenge when playing the game looks like this. So I thought it would be a good idea to go over the complete history of every Minecraft achievement. Was this a good idea? Look at the runtime of this video. Alright, 2011, raise of hands, how many of you weren't even born yet? Wait, stop. Why are there that many of you? Beta 1.5. We've got brand new saplings, rails, charged creepers, and oh, wow. The game gives you a standing ovation for pressing the E key. I've never felt more wanted in my entire life. I'm really alone. Yes, we've got achievements and this fancy new menu that's kind of like a progression tree, with achievements branching out into different paths. This works pretty well for people new to the game trying to figure out what there is to do. In fact, these were made with the intention of being completely optional to try. That's why they're kind of just an extra thing in the background. But with these being a list of things that you can try, I find it really weird that there's not a single achievement here for going to the Nether, or just anything remotely related to the Nether. Someone could be going off of these and never even know that there's an entire other dimension to visit. So what achievements do we have instead? Well, I mentioned the one for pressing the E key, taking inventory. Press E, or whatever key you have your inventory key set to open your inventory. Interestingly enough, this is the only one that you're outright told how to do with this little pop-up in the corner. And some people think that Minecraft holds your hand too much nowadays, but back then, it told you to press a button. Next up, getting wood. Attack a tree until a block of wood pops out. At least the game is self-aware, but you know, I wish there was a joke here I could make about its name. Benchmarking. Craft a workbench with 4 blocks of planks. Yes, workbench, because back in my day it wasn't called a crafting table. Okay, that's a lie. Not the name thing, it was actually called a workbench, I just didn't start playing until 1.4, so it was already renamed for over a year. Now we finally got into the split in achievements. Time to mine, time to strike, and time to farm. Use planks to make a pickaxe, sword, and hoe. Alright, so this kind of annoys me. While this was later changed, you did actually have to use wood, so you couldn't just make a stone hoe and still get the achievement, and the reason why this was kind of annoying was because you couldn't get an achievement if you hadn't obtained the one before it, which would be absolutely devastating if you did another achievement I'll mention later and just didn't end up earning it. I guess I'll just go through an entire path. So continuing down the mining path, we've got getting an upgrade, construct a better pickaxe. Hot topic, construct a furnace out of 8 stone blocks. If you're expecting me to complain about the wording of this, I can't. I hit my nitpicking quota for the next few minutes. Delicious fish, catch and cook a fish. I love that sound so much. Also, I think it's really funny that the texture for the fishing rod without a line is just a stick. Acquire hardware. Smelt an iron ingot. I still can't nitpick. On a rail. Travel by minecart at least 1 kilometer from where you started. 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 blocks. You know, that doesn't sound right. Okay, now, surely, this is referring to the distance by minecart traveled statistic also added in the same update as this achievement. I love that the next step after collecting your first iron ingot is to collect 377 more so you can make this. I'm not sure how this manages to both fit in the game and also just completely doesn't at the same time. You know, that was a lot of work, so let's relax by killing people. Monster Hunter, attack and destroy a monster. You know, have we ever considered that maybe we're the real monsters? Anyways, look, zombies drop feathers. Cow tipper, harvest some leather. By the way, this was before leather was used in the crafting recipe for books, so I hope you like the old armor texture. Speaking of hurting defenseless animals, when pigs fly a pig off a cliff. You're gonna need a saddle for this, and literally the only way to get saddles back then was if you were lucky enough to find a dungeon. And I hope you don't plan on using the saddle for anything else, because if the pig dies, they take the saddle with them. I love this achievement so much because Mojang would literally never add this achievement today. You know, maybe we should take a break from this to bake bread, turn wheat into bread. The description makes more sense to the name because you're less so baking bread and more so just cramming wheat together. The lie. Wheat, sugar, milk, and eggs. You just need to craft a cake. And I feel like I can't talk about this achievement without talking about the rapidly rising number of people who don't understand what this name is referencing. And if you're one of those people, don't worry, but I won't tell you. Mwahaha, you'll never know. Wait, don't click off and Google it. My audience retention will drop. Portal, it's a reference to the game Portals, the cake is a lie thing. There you go. You happy? Oh, you Googled it already? Oh, this bit is going on for too long? And that's all of the original set of achievements from Beta 1.5. It would be a decent bit before we'd see more achievements, and the next time an achievement would be added would be in Beta 1.8, the Adventure Update. Part 1. Sniper Duel. Kill a skeleton with an arrow for more than 50 meters. Here I've trapped a skeleton over 50 blocks away from me, and now let's shoot. Excuse me? Maybe the number was wrong. 48, 49... 50? No, it's right. So, as it turns out, despite this being the only achievement added in this update, it didn't actually work for 4 months, not being fixed until 1.1, which has the funny implication that when Minecraft was considered finished with 1.0, it was impossible to get all the achievements. Again, in the finished version of the game. Anyways, speaking of 1.0, the Adventure Update, Part 2, it was with this update that we'd see a bunch of new achievements, starting off with diamonds! Acquire diamonds with your iron tools. I love this achievement because it fits the most. Like, this is the achievement for Minecraft, and this is most people's reaction to finding diamonds legitimately for the first time. Anyways, use those diamonds you found to mine some obsidian for Enchanter. Use a book, obsidian, and diamonds to construct an enchantment table. Okay, I want to make it clear to everyone that's just listening to this video in the background that yes, it does indeed say enchantment table and not enchanting table. It would actually be called enchantment table on Java Edition up until 1.13. Librarian. Build some bookshelves to improve your enchantment table. In other words, craft a single bookshelf. Overkill. Deal 8 hearts of damage in a single hit. First of all, and I'm not nitpicking, it's actually 9 hearts of damage. Just make a diamond sword and drink a strength 2 potion. But in order to make a strength potion, you'd first need to go down the other branch from the diamond achievement. We need to go deeper. Build a portal to the Nether. No, the name isn't implying that the Nether is below the overworld. It's actually just a meme. Anyways, while I was explaining that, I started getting attacked by a ghast. Return to sender. Destroy a ghast with a fireball. Hit the fireball back and hope the game doesn't lag. Next up is Into Fire. Relieve a blaze of its rod. Obtain a blaze rod. That's it. The end. Local brewery. Brew a potion. The end. Locate the end. Specifically, enter the end. And it all ends off with the end. Defeat the Ender Dragon. Specifically, leave the end. Okay, why are these descriptions so inaccurate? What? How is that? Oh, yeah, I guess I was nitpicking. Anyways, jumping to January 2012, and Sniper Duel is finally fixed. The next few achievements added would be pretty special, as on May 9th, 2012, we saw our first set of achievements that weren't on Java. With the release of Minecraft on consoles, we got Into the Nether, construct a nether portal. Okay, different name, different requirements, it's a different achievement. More tools. Okay, yeah, that's how you know it's 2012. Construct one of each type of tool. A sword isn't on that list, so you just need to make a pickaxe, axe, shovel, and hoe. Dispense with this. Construct a dispenser. Unfortunately, that's all of the new achievements added for now. Don't worry, we'll be coming back to console edition more throughout this video. But until then, back to Java. It's 1.7.2, also known as the update that changed the world. With all these amazing new overworld changes and new blocks and items, it just makes sense that the first of these new achievements is repopulation. Breed 2 cows with wheat. Okay, how about a real one? I mean, that is real. Okay, how about a different one? Adventuring time. Discover all biomes. Whoops, 2 of the biomes don't generate, so they don't work until 1.8. I really hope that these unobtainable achievements don't become like a theme or whatever. And they did it. Lucky us. Diamonds to you. Throw diamonds at another player. It's a bit weird having an achievement that's only obtainable in multiplayer, but this can actually just be obtained by throwing a diamond to a zombie. Wish I knew that before I bought an alt account for the footage. The beginning, spawn the wither. And the beginning, kill the wither. I have no idea why this is the name for these achievements. Like, is this just a play on the name for the end achievements? Is there a lore reason? Especially since this achievement is only obtainable after the end achievements? I'm not sure, and I don't have a joke here, so we're just moving on. Beaconator, create a full beacon. And I don't have a joke here, so we're just gonna move on to the time to strike, mine, and farm achievements. Don't require you to use wood anymore. Yay. Oh, look, it's the one time I get to mention a PlayStation console in this video. Minecraft finally came to the PS3 on December 17th, 2013, with the new PlayStation exclusive achievement, Awarded All Trophies. Nice one. All trophies have been awarded. I don't know why I'm reading out the description for this one. Hey, look, it's Java 1.8 on September 2nd, 2014, fixing the adventuring time achievement and adding a brand new one. Overpowered, build a notch apple. Kind of crazy that this is officially referred to as a notch apple, and don't worry, this achievement definitely won't change in the next major update. And believe it or not, that's actually the last achievement on Java Edition before advancements replaced achievements. I got you good, didn't I? Please say yes. Literally just 3 days after Java got 1.8, Minecraft came to Xbox One with 18 brand new achievements. Leader of the pack, befriend 5 wolves. Kinda funny that this was almost an entire decade before we'd see new wolf variants. Pork chop. Cook and eat a pork chop. Okay, now I'm questioning these achievements. And yes, I'm just now questioning them. Riding a pig off a cliff was a totally reasonable achievement. Passing the time. Make a I survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft YouTube video. Whoops, okay, sorry. It's actually just play for 100 days, but I mean, you might as well make a YouTube video. The Haggler. Mine or purchase 30 emeralds. God bless anyone who completes this by mining. Pot planter. Craft and place a flower pot. It's a sign. Craft and place a sign. I guess I'm not allowed to say that modern day advancements are dumb because I guess achievements have always been like this. Chest full of cobblestone. Mine 1,728 cobblestone and place it in a chest. What is this? Okay, actually thinking about it, you're probably going to get this achievement without even trying. Have a shearful day. Use shears to obtain wool from a sheep. Rainbow collection. Gather all 16 colors of wool. This is just reminding me that Mojang does not want to add any more dyes to the game. Like, this removed wool color is just so cool. Also, congratulations to Mojang for figuring out how to put being gay behind an unlockable. Stay in Frosty. Swim in lava while having the fire resistance effect. Semi-related. Anyone think that it's weird that fire resistance potions burn in lava? Renewable energy. Smelt wood trunks using charcoal to make more charcoal. Good thing that I can nitpick again because, first off, charcoal did indeed have its own texture by the time this achievement was added, so why is the icon using the coal texture? And secondly, why are logs referred to as trunks here? What? Why is my nitpicking quota so low? I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. I'm supposed to hate the game, I think. Music to my ears. Play a music disc in a jukebox. You get this achievement even if you play 11 or 13, which just reminds me that Alay's dance to 11 and 13? I don't think we should trust them. Bodyguard, create an iron golem. And yes, I'm still gonna count hired help as its own achievement later. Iron Man, wear a full set of iron armor. I remember when I first started playing Java Edition as my main version of Minecraft and being really sad when this achievement wasn't in the game. I don't know, our replacement for this one just isn't the same. Zombie Doctor, cure a zombie villager. I guess Zombie Doctor truly is the perfect name because this is like the one single achievement not added on Java Edition that would later be added as an advancement. Lion Tamer, tame an ocelot. So at some unknown point, and I mean so unknown that the wiki doesn't even know, this achievement was renamed to Lion Hunter. In fact, a lot of achievements I'm listing today are still in Bedrock Edition, just with slight differences, like on a rail today having you only go 500 blocks instead of 1,000 blocks. Cool to learn after having to make the entire 1,000 block railway. Finally, we're on to the final achievement from this update, and that's Archer, kill a creeper with arrows. You know, I actually really liked these achievements. I wonder when the next time we're gonna get some will be. 2014 came to an end, and now we're in 2015. Nothing. Cool. You know, I have Patreon. There's cool stuff there and more stuff coming soon that I couldn't finish in time for this video. Wowie. And, oh, would you look at that? Windows 10 Edition finally got achievements in July of 2015. There's no new ones, and achievements still aren't on Pocket Edition. Believe it or not, that's literally all that happened in 2015. Alright, February of 2016, we got 7 new achievements. Tie-dye outfit. Use a cauldron to dye all 4 unique pieces of leather armor. Dyed water and cauldrons still don't exist on Java Edition. 9 years later. In fact, console never got them either, so the achievement requirements for this one was to just dye them by crafting. Trampoline. Bounce 30 blocks upward off of a slime block. Just don't miss. Camouflage. Kill a mob while wearing the same type of mob head. This achievement is just evil. Not because of what you have to do, but rather because getting a charged creeper back then involved divine intervention, because on top of having to wait for a thunderstorm, you had to hope and pray that a creeper just so happened to get struck by lightning, because this was before tridents or lightning rods. Well, I mean, you could also just go to the nether and kill a wither skeleton to get its skull, and then kill another wither skeleton to get the achievement. But still, map room. So this one depends on what platform you're on. If you're on the older generation of consoles, then it's place a fully explored map into an item frame. But if you're not, then it's place 9 fully explored adjacent map items into 9 item frames in a 3x3 square. I feel like maps only work if you know how to build though. Freight station. Use a hopper to move an item from a chest minecart into a chest. Smelt everything. Connect 3 chests into a single furnace with 3 hoppers. Ah, the OG super smelter. Taste of your own medicine. Poison a witch with a splash potion. It sounds super simple on paper until you realize that you have to look up a tutorial because you don't know how to make a poison potion. 9 days after these achievements were added, Minecraft finally got a new major update with 1.9's combat update. Only notable because enchanted golden apples were no longer craftable, so the achievement requirement for overpowered was changed to eating an enchanted golden apple. Hey, it's June, and Pocket Edition finally got achievements, along with 3 new ones. Inception. Push a piston with a piston, then pull the original piston with that piston. If you're confused on the wording of that, it's actually worse because it doesn't mention that you need to use a sticky piston. Saddle up. Tame a horse. And artificial selection. Breed a mule from a horse and a donkey. I bet this achievement is the only reason why some people know that mules are in the game. Hey, can I show you something real quick? Just outside. It's my plan for making money super quick. Don't worry, it's legal, probably. So first off, what is this? Where am I? Oh no. Okay, I'll just go this way. Okay, so in June of 2016, Minecraft Console Editions got the Battle minigame, basically just an official Hunger Games server, and then on August 30th, they all got the brand new Battle minigame specific achievements. Cupid, kill 2 players in a round of public battle minigame using a bow and arrow. Hunger Pain, kill a player while you are starving in a battle minigame. Mine, open every chest in a battle minigame arena in 1 round. Tis but a scratch, take 100 damage in a round of a public battle minigame, and ending off with oh no. The student, win a public battle minigame. The last one, by the way, is has become the master. Win 3 public battle minigames in a row. Alright, can I just go home now? Alright, what's next? October 3rd, 2016. Pocket Edition receives more achievements, starting us off with Freediver. Stay underwater for 2 minutes. Rabbit Season. Cook and eat rabbit meat. The Deep End. Defeat an Elder Guardian. Dry Spell. Dry a sponge in a furnace. Hey, can you tell that they wanted to make an aquatic update? Super Fuel. Power a furnace with lava. Pocket Edition finally reaches its 1.0.0 stage in December with the release of the Ender update. It added the end and all the 1.9 changes to Pocket Edition. Starting off with You Need a Mint. Collect Dragon's Breath in a glass bottle. Beam me up. Teleport over 100 meters in a single throw of an Ender Pearl. I get that the name is a reference, but at the same time, who is getting this achievement by throwing the Ender Pearl up? The End. Again, respawn the Ender Dragon. Great view from up here. Levitate up 50 blocks from the attacks of a shulker. My favorite part about this is, at least on Java, you can get this by just eating a coarse fruit if you're high enough. Supersonic. Use Elytra to fly through a 1x1 gap while moving faster than 40 meters per second. Anyways, Happy New Year! It's 2017 now, and yeah, you already know how this goes. Whoa, what the? So, around the same time that the battle minigame for Console Edition got its achievements, a whole new minigame was created called Tumble. Yeah, it's just basically Spleef. For whatever reason, it took up until January 31st of 2017 for Tumble to get its own achievements, starting us off with Snowstorm. Hit a single player with 25 snowballs in a single public round. Snowplow. Push 3 players into lava using snowballs. Hotshot. Hit a player with a snowball while falling into lava. There's also Underdog. Win a tumble game whilst on the lowest layer in a snowball tumble minigame. Snow Throw. Win a single round of snowball tumble without throwing any snowballs. Overlord. Stay on the top layer while winning a round in a snowball tumble minigame. And Back from the Dead. Win 3 rounds in a row after one of the opponents has won 2 rounds. Oh, I thought I'd be back in the lobby. Well, as it turns out, even though there was an entire other minigame added to Console Edition not long after Tumble got its own achievements, that being the Glide minigame, Glide never got a set of its own achievements. I swear, there's some kind of like Mandela effect going on because I could have sworn this had its own achievements, but whatever. Anyways, Pocket Edition is playing catch up with Java Edition again, so we can finally have the 1.11 stuff, and while they're at it, there are a few more achievements. Treasure Hunter. Acquire a map from a cartographer villager, then enter the revealed structure. They just had to use the name right before the update treasure chest and shipwrecks would be added. Organizational Wizard. Name a shulker box with an anvil. I've always liked naming a shulker box Inventory Part 2 and just always having it on me. Cheating Death. Use a Totem of Undying to cheat death. Wow, even Minecraft thinks that totems are cheating. You heard that, hardcore players? Feeling Ill. Defeat an evoker. This is just another achievement that I think would have worked better had the name been saved a bit longer. I get the name, but I feel like matching killing a pillager captain and getting the bad omen would work better, at least up until they stopped doing that and just gave you the ominous bottles. Let it go. Using the Frostwalker boots, walk at least 1 block on frozen water in a deep ocean. This is for the 5 of you that use Frostwalker, so I got that going for me. Lead a caravan containing at least 5 llamas. I feel like we've officially hit the point where Mojang just starts adding achievements so people use the new features. How many of you didn't even know that llama caravans were a thing in the game? Like, llamas creating a line following you. But then it happened. 6 days after these achievements were added, on June 7th, 2017, Minecraft Java Edition 1.12, the World of Color update, would release, and with it, achievements would no longer be a thing on Java Edition. Achievements have now been replaced with advancements, and there's just so many already. In this video, I've really only mentioned achievements when they were first introduced, and with this update, there are 38 advancements that have never been added before, starting things off with Minecraft. The heart and story of the game. Okay, you're already confused, aren't you? So instead of being in a huge achievement tree like before, advancements are split into their own categories. To do this though, every category has its own root advancement, which is basically just the starting point, which means yes, that these are advancements. The actual requirements for getting the Minecraft advancement is just holding a crafting table. This is followed by Stone Age, mine stone with your new pickaxe. Really just meaning hold any piece of type of stone. Getting an upgrade, wait, we did this one already. Acquire hardware. Oh wait, we did this one too, dang it. Alright, finally, Suit Up. Protect yourself with a piece of iron armor, the debatably lamer version of the Iron Man achievement. Hot Stuff. Fill a bucket with lava. Isn't it Iron Pick? Upgrade your pickaxe. I'm pretty sure that this one is meant to be pronounced like Isn't it Iron Pick? To be a play on the phrase Isn't it ironic? Not today, thank you. Deflect an arrow with a shield. Ice Bucket Challenge. Form and mine a block of obsidian. This is a reference to the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Anyone remember that? Also, I'm not sure why it says you need to form and mine a block of obsidian. It's different today, just saying that you need to obtain obsidian, because even in 1.12 you just had to hold it. The Diamonds achievement has made its way over, just less exciting now, and so has the Enchanter achievement, just now with a different description and requirement of enchant an item in an enchanting table. Here they did refer to it as an enchanting table, but they just forgot to rename the actual item because it's still called an enchantment table. Cover me with diamonds. Just get a piece of diamond armor. Once again, we need to go deeper, and Zombie Doctor are both here. Zombie Doctor being our first goal advancement, but there's also a new advancement relating to the end. I Spy. Follow an Ender Eye. Oh boy, I'm allowed to nitpick. The item's not called an Ender Eye. Okay, well, I guess technically it is, but it's not the name that most people see. Also, you don't get an achievement for following the Eye of Ender. You just get it for entering the stronghold. You know what? I'm getting sick and tired of this thing. Also, the end achievement is back, but we'll get back to that later. While it looks like we've completed all the advancements, we've actually only gone through one single tab. So let's move on to the adventure. Adventure, exploration, and combat. Kill or be killed. Literally, that's the requirements to get this achievement. Kill a mob or be killed by a mob. As expected, Monster Hunter has made its return, which then splits into 3 brand new advancements. Take aim, shoot something with a bow and arrow, which itself leads into sniper duel, monsters hunted, kill 1 of every hostile monster. This is our first challenge advancement, which just means that you get XP for completing it, and this way too loud sound. Post-mortal, use a totem of undying to cheat death. Different name and technically different description, it counts. What a deal, successfully trade with a villager. Hired help, summon an iron golem to help defend a village. Same thing as post-mortal, counts as its own thing. And also don't worry, you don't even need to be remotely near a village to get this advancement. Sweet dreams, change your respawn point. Adventuring time is also here, but that's actually everything for the adventure tab. Moving on, we have husbandry. The world is full of friends. And food. You just need to consume anything, except for cake. Cake doesn't count for some reason. The parrots and the bats breed 2 animals together. Okay, I actually have a good reason for this one being different from repopulation, and that's because repopulation was for breeding cows. This one is for any animal. Boom. 2 by 2, breed all the animals. This is back when the number of mobs you could breed was 10. Now it's 25, and hoglins are on that list. I guess I should just go over the complete list. In order to get this, you need to breed chickens, cows, donkeys, horses, llamas, mushrooms, mules, ocelots, pigs, rabbits, sheep, and wolves, but assuming you're not literally playing 1.12, today that list consists of armadillos, axolotls, bees, camels, cats, chickens, cows, donkeys, foxes, frogs, goats, hoglins, horses, llamas, mushrooms, mules, ocelots, pandas, pigs, rabbits, sheep, sniffers, striders, turtles, and wolves. Best friends forever. Tame an animal. Your best friends forever until you accidentally kill it with a sweeping edge hit. A seedy place. Plan to seed and watch it grow. The part saying to watch it grow makes me think that someone read this and thought that the achievement literally required you to sit there and watch it grow. A balanced diet. Eat everything that is edible, even if it's not good for you. Time to go over the list for this one. This list originally only consisted of apple, baked potato, beetroot soup, bread, carrots, coarse fruit, clownfish, cooked chicken, cooked fish, cooked mutton, cooked pork chop, cooked rabbit, cookie, enchanted golden apple, golden carrot, melon slice, mushroom stew, poisonous potato, puffer fish, pumpkin pie, rabbit stew, raw beef, raw chicken, raw fish, raw mutton, raw pork chop, raw rabbit, rotten flesh, spider eye, and steak. Today, no, I'm not going through the entire list for 1.21. Raw fish and cooked fish are replaced with raw cod, raw salmon, cooked cod, and cooked salmon. Clownfish are tropical fish, and the list has the addition of dried kelp, glowberries, honey bottles, suspicious stew, and sweet berries. Serious dedication. Completely use up a diamond hoe, then reevaluate your life choices. That second half wasn't something I added, it literally says that. Of course, many of you know that this was later changed, but we'll get back to that later. That's a lie, it's not included in the script, but it's later changed to it. Just make a netherite hoe. Okay, there you go. Moving on to the nether tab, we start things off with nether. Bring summer clothes. You get this for just entering the nether, basically making this a bonus advancement you get right along with the we need to go deeper advancement. Alright, next up we got a terrible fortress. Break your way into a nether fortress. I don't get the break your way part because over half the time that I've gotten this advancement, the fortress was just wide open. Subspace bubble. Use the nether to travel 7 kilometers in the overworld. I always find this one of the least challenging challenge advancements. Return to Sender is back and is followed by Uneasy Alliance. Rescue a gas from the nether, bring it safely home to the overworld, and then kill it. This is probably the most confusing one, not on the instructions and what to do, but more so why the description is implying that ghasts are not native to the nether and the overworld is their true home. Into Fire is also here, and I really want to know why this is still the description. In fact, it's still that to this day. Local Brewery is also here and is followed by a Furious Cocktail. Have every potion effect applied at the same time. And I'm sure that there's not another challenge advancement that follows this one. Obtain a Wither Skeleton Skull. Withering Heights. Summon the Wither. Bring home the beacon. Construct and place a beacon. Any size beacon is fine as long as the beacon is activated, and Beaconator follows it. And would you look at that, every nether advancement is done. Alright, moving to the End tab. The End. Or the beginning? It sure is the beginning for everyone who speedruns at the start of every SMP. Similar to the nether advancement, this one is obtained at the same time as another advancement, that being the End. Free the End follows this one, and once again, it's different from the similar one mentioned earlier in this video because this time you get it for killing the dragon instead of leaving the end. The description is also just good luck. The Next Generation, hold the dragon egg. I've always found it a bit weird that you need to use the game mechanic of falling block entities dropping as an item if they fall on a non-solid block. But Mojang is also the same company that said TNT duplication was a feature, so I guess it's fine. The achievement from Pocket Edition's Ender update, the End, again, you need a mint, and Great View from up here are now on Java Edition as well, along with the brand new advancement, Remote Getaway, Escape the Island. So just go through one of the end gateways. Just letting the confusion set in for everyone who's always thought that this said Remote Gateway. The city at the end of the game. Go on in, what could happen? This one is for entering an end city, and I always thought that this was just the most uncreative name ever, but it's actually just a reference to the restaurant at the end of the universe. Sky's the limit, find an Elytra. Elytra, however you want to pronounce it. Alright, it's time for the one that you've probably been waiting for since the start of this video. How did we get here? Have every effect applied at the same time. Of course, back in 1.12, the amount of effects was a lot lower than it is now, so the strategy back then was pretty easy. Completely going off of this guide by Zazumavoid, Xizumavoid, Shishwambam, X. Get mining fatigue and as fast as you can fly to the end to the nearest end city where you'll find a wither skeleton trapped from having to lead it from the nether into the end and having it go to an end city, while also having a beacon and dispensers with every potion in them to shoot you while also eating a pufferfish and an enchanted golden apple after getting hit by a shulker. And yes, that's the easier version. I'll go back over this advancement at the end of the video because getting it today is an absolute nightmare. 3 pages of the script later, and we're finally done with the 1.12 advancements. By the way, there's over 120 achievements left. Dear Lord. On June 27th, 2017, just 20 days after 1.12 on Java Edition, Legacy Console Edition would, for the final time, be the first to introduce an achievement, and that is Change of Sheets. Dye your bed a different color. Mine's brown. The reason why this is the last time that Console Edition adds an achievement first is because on September 20th, the Better Together update would release, combining every still supported platform that isn't Java into one version, Bedrock Edition. And then on May 16th, 2018, Bedrock would introduce 8 more achievements, because Bedrock got the update Aquatic before Java. Atlantis? Find an underwater ruin. Just don't mind the locals. Sail the 7 seas, visit all ocean biomes, Castaway, eat nothing but dried kelp for 3 in-game days. I have nothing to say about this achievement, other than it sucks. Ahoy! Find a shipwreck! Well, there's no one to say ahoy to. I'm a marine biologist. Collect a fish in a bucket. This is another achievement that was randomly renamed at an unknown date. Pretty cool. Me Gold, dig up a buried treasure. Remember when I mentioned the treasure hunter achievement like 6 hours ago? This is the achievement that I was talking about. The name treasure hunter would have worked a lot better here. Sleep with the fishes. Spend a day underwater. This is pretty easy if you just have a conduit. Turns out conduits weren't added yet. Whoops. Just make 3 8-minute long water breathing potions and then go AFK for the day. Just remember to come back and drink the potions when they run out. Alternative fuel. Fuel a furnace with a kelp block. Technically one of the best fuel sources in the game if you have a farm and crafters. I just keep forgetting that this block exists. 2 months later, on July 20th, Bedrock would get its other half of the update Aquatic, plus 4 more achievements. Do a barrel roll. Use Riptide to give yourself a boost. The name Do a Barrel Roll, of course referencing the Google search Easter egg. 1 pickle, 2 pickles, C pickles 4. Place 4 C pickles in a group. Maybe make a pickle shop while you're at it that traps its customers. There you go, there's your Hermitcraft reference. Echolocation. Feed a dolphin a fish to have it lead you to treasure. Then kill it, cause dolphins are evil.
Moskåströmmen.
Moskströmmen.
Moskåströmmen.
Moskströmmen.
Yeah, one of those. Activate a conduit. Conduits are actually really cool. Look, here's one for the Krusty Krab. Ah, Java Edition. Took you long enough. 1.13 is here with 4 more advancements. Fishy business. Catch a fish. Fun fact, you can get this achievement just by doing this. Tactical fishing. Catch a fish without a fishing rod. Put a fish in a bucket of water. A throwaway joke. Throw a trident at something. note, throwing away your only weapon is not a good idea. Very, very frightening. Strike a villager with lightning. This achievement is funny now because it's like the exact opposite of another one we'll see in 1.17. December 11th, 2018, Bedrock once again got a little bit of the next major update ahead of Java Edition. Bedrock Edition got the Pandas and Bamboo part of 1.14, along with 3 new achievements. Top of the world, play scaffolding to the world limit. Where have you been? Receive a gift from a tamed cat in the morning. If I had a nickel every time cats in video games had a chance of giving gifts to you, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Zoologist, breed 2 pandas with bamboo. Turns out pandas can be pretty violent when breeding. So as it turns out, I'm just a big liar, as not only did Console Edition get to be the first adding a new achievement once again, it's a PlayStation console. Turns out I can mention PlayStation again. Yeah, for really cool reasons. The PlayStation 4 took a while to finally get Bedrock Edition. For whatever reason, PS4 Edition was the first place to get the Fruit on the Loom achievement. Make a banner pattern using an enchanted apple stencil. Keep in mind that you can't craft enchanted golden apples anymore, so once you actually finally find one, it's time to use it to make a banner pattern. Plethora of cats. Befriend 20 stray cats. I guess Mojang really wanted you to start taming cats because there's another really similar one that I'll mention in a few minutes. And here comes Java Edition, with 1.14 adding 7 new advancements. Old Betsy, shoot a crossbow. Who's the pillager now? Give a pillager a taste of their own medicine. It's not entirely clear, but you just need to kill a pillager with the finishing hit being from a crossbow shot. 2 birds, 1 arrow. Kill 2 phantoms with a piercing arrow. This is another challenge advancement, and the best way to do this one is to get 2 phantoms pretty low by hitting them with an axe and then trapping both of them in a boat. Arbalistic, kill 5 unique mobs with 1 crossbow shot. Voluntary exile, kill a raid captain. Maybe consider staying away from villages for the time being. This advancement doesn't really apply anymore. Hero of the Village. Successfully defend a village from a raid. Yes, it still counts if everyone died except for the one guy that you trapped in a hole underground. And finally, a complete catalog. Tame all cat variants. You'd think there'd be 9, but no, there's 11. Okay, that wasn't on purpose. Turns out that on the same day that these advancements came to Java Edition, Bedrock got their own set of advancements. Kill the Beast, defeat a Ravager. This just makes me think of what a Ravager would look like in the Minecraft movie. Buy low, sell high. Trade for the best possible price. Disenchanted, use a grindstone to get experience from an enchanted item. Just don't try it on an enchanted golden apple. I mean, it literally won't work. I've got a bad feeling about this. Kill a pillager cat. We're being attacked. Trigger a pillager raid. Luckily, Bedrock doesn't actually have an achievement for defending the raid, so you're completely free to just leave. Just don't forget to sound the alarm. Ring the bell in a village after a villager has been hurt. Weird that Bedrock has the achievement for ringing a bell when Java is the one with the exclusive feature about them. I'm referring to raid mobs being given the glow effect when the bell is rung during a raid. 3 days later, for whatever reason, Bedrock got an update that added a new achievement. Master Trader. Trade for 1,000 emeralds. Well, at least it's for trading and not baiting. But then Bedrock comes back with another new achievement in October with Time for Stew. Give someone a suspicious stew. But now, Mojang finally did it. On December 10th, 2019, with the release of the Buzzy Bees update, major updates finally started to release on both Java Edition and Bedrock Edition at the exact same time. As it turns out, they both get the exact same achievements and advancements. Be our guest. Use the campfire to collect honey from a beehive using a glass bottle without aggravating the bees. Total bee location. Move a bee nest with 3 bees inside using Silk Touch. And sticky situation. Jump into a honey block to break your fall. Yes, starting now, achievements will no longer be out of sync, and one version will no longer get big updates before the other. So now is a good time for Mojang to release a Java exclusive April Fool's snapshot with a new advancement. On April 1st, 2020, Mojang released a brand new snapshot called 20W14 Infinite. This joke snapshot includes the ability to go into any dimension your heart desires by throwing a book with stuff written into it into a nether portal and then jumping in. There's actually an infinite number of dimensions you can visit, and so the advancement this time around is almost there. Visited over 1 billion dimensions. Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's physically impossible for someone to get this achievement legitimately. Technically, this advancement could be achieved by someone just walking through the same portal over and over again, since the game only tracks how many times you've gone through a portal, but oh my god, this is still insane. Alright, back to the real updates. On June 23rd, 2020, the Nether update was released as 1.16 on both platforms. Don't ask where Bedrock 1.15 is. Anyways, 11 new advancements, with 4 of them being achievements on Bedrock Edition. Starting off with the ones on both versions, we have Bullseye. Hit the bullseye from a target block from at least 30 meters away. You can either just sit there for like 20 minutes waiting to get lucky, or just use redstone and get it done in less than a minute, whichever is more enticing to you. Ooh, shiny, otherwise known as shiny on Java Edition. I don't know, Java just has a thing for being slightly less excited about things. The description reads, distract piglins with gold, so just hand something over that's made of gold when the piglins are aggroed on you. Hot Tourist Destination, otherwise known as Hot Tourist Destinations on Java Edition. Only Java can handle more capitalization and plurality. Explore all nether biomes. Cover me in debris. Wear/get a full set of netherite armor. The rest of the advancements from the Nether update don't exist on Bedrock Edition. Starting off with Those Were the Days. Enter a bastion remnant. Hidden in the depths. Obtain ancient debris. My favorite snack. Who's cutting onions? Obtain crying obsidian. This boat has legs. Ride a strider with a warped fungus on a stick. Guys, we couldn't have gotten the obsidian boats, remember? They sink! War pigs. Look at a chest in a bastion remnant. Country load, take me home. Use a compass on a lodestone. If you crafted a lodestone instead of just finding one, you're clinically insane. Not quite 9 lives. Charge a respawn anchor to the maximum. Just make sure you're in the Nether. And that's all for the Nether update. Following this update, Mojang would announce the Caves and Cliffs update, and then realize that they need to lock in way more than they physically can, so welcome to 1.17 Caves and Cliffs Part 1. Of 5. Wax on. Apply honeycomb to a copper block. Wax off. Scrape wax off of a copper block. Wax on, wax off. Apply and remove wax from a copper block. 3 exclamation points here. Mojang just couldn't contain their excitement. Wax on and wax off exist as 2 separate advancements on Java, but wax on, wax off is the achievement on Bedrock. There are 2 advancements that also exist as achievements, those being whatever floats your goat, get in a boat and float with the goat, the healing power of friendship, team up with an axolotl and win a fight. Alright, it's time for the ones that are just advancements. The cutest predator, catch an axolotl in a bucket. Glow and behold, make the text of any sign glow, because there had to be some justification for this thing existing. Light as a rabbit, walk on powdered snow. Without sinking in it. By the way, this being added in 1.17 and not 1.18 is just pure evil, and also made no sense. Powdered snow didn't generate naturally because the mountain generations hadn't been implemented yet. So instead, what you had to do was you had to place a cauldron in a snowy biome and wait for the snow to fill up the cauldron. Have you ever had to do that? I'd hope not, because in the time that it took for this to fill up, I made this entire video. Anyways, where were we? Surge Protector. Protect a villager from an undesired shock without starting a fire. Remember when I said strike a villager with lightning? This achievement is funny now because it's like the exact opposite of another one we'll see in 1.17. Well, this is the one. We're finally here. I'm so tired. Is it a bird? Look at a parrot through a spyglass. Is it a plane? Look at the ender dragon through a spyglass. Is it a balloon? Look at a ghast through a spyglass. What? Why is this one included? Alright, 1.18, the second part of Caves and Cliffs. And fun fact, it's also my favorite update. The world generation is just so beautiful, and with it, 4 new advancements that are also achievements. So what do we get with this amazing new world generation? Feels like home. Take a strider for a long ride on a lava lake in the overworld. Yeah, never mind, this update sucks. This confuses me so much. Striders were added 2 updates ago. Why do I just now need to make this stupid lava road for the strider in the overworld? Can you tell I like this update? Star Trader, trade with a villager at the build height limit. Okay, Mojang, you're really fumbling this update. Sound of music. Make the meadows come alive with the sound of music from a jukebox. And finally, Caves and Cliffs. Free fall from the top of the world, build limit to the bottom of the world and survive. I have to complain again. You only get this achievement/advancement if you end up falling literally at the lowest point, which makes sense, but now you have to dig around underground until the bedrock generates in just the right way that there's a perfect hole to the lowest layer of the world. No achievement should have to require me to stare at my F3 coordinates this much. I just love that update so much. Anyways, for April Fools of 2022, Mojang would release yet another April Fool's snapshot with yet another new advancement. This year the snapshot was 22W13 one block at a time, with the great new feature of removing a feature, the inventory. You can only hold 1 block at a time, not really, there's your offhand and you can put things on your head. Because of that, there's no hotbar and both of your hands are always visible, which just looks wrong. I might have to censor that. Anyways, yeah, there's only one new advancement this time, and that's for those who somehow managed to make their way to the end. Ride the end. Extra good luck. Go up to the dragon and try to pick it up, or attack it, and you'll just begin riding it. And the craziest part is that you're actually in control. Wherever you look, the dragon will begin to go in that direction, with just a small delay. Just make sure that while you're flying, you don't hit any towers, because you'll suffocate. Come on. Alright, we've had our fun, but now we're gonna go into the Wild update, also known as 1.19, also known as Caves and Cliffs Part 3. 7 new advancements, 4 of them being achievements. It spreads, kill a mob next to a catalyst. Can someone explain to me why this is a challenge advancement? Sneak 100, sneak near a skulk sensor or warden to prevent it from detecting you. Birthday song, have an allay drop a cake on a note block. I guess take this as your reminder that yes, allays do indeed exist. With our powers combined, have all 3 frog lights in your inventory. Mojang does this really cool thing where they make the best light-emitting blocks in the game always be somewhat annoying to get. Alright, now for the 3 Java exclusive advancements. Bucket Bucket, catch a tadpole in a bucket. When the squad hops into town, get each frog variant on a lead. And for some reason, you don't need to have them all on a lead at the same time. You've got a friend in me. Have an allay deliver items to you. I guess you know the drill at this point. Before we get to the next update, we first need to look at the April Fool's update. April Fool's 2023 was the Vote update, an update all about making choices and voting for what you wanted to see changed. Can you believe that this was the same year as Stop the Mob Vote? 23W, 13A or B is the Snapshots name, where periodically you'll get this pop-up where you're prompted with different changes that can take effect, and you click to vote on what you want. I voted, vote for the first time, and pro voter, vote 256 times. I don't know why I did this one legitimately. Alright, it's time for the Trails and Tales update, also known as 1.20, also known as Caves and Cliffs Part 4. Here we would see 8 more advancements, 3 of which also being achievements for Bedrock Edition. Planting the Past, plant any sniffer seed. Mojang, please add more sniffer plants. Careful restoration, make a decorated pot out of 4 pottery shards. I don't know if I still have to do this, but yes, these are called pottery shards and not pottery shards. I get that they were referred to that for like 2.5 years, but that's the technical name, and also shard sounds funny. Smithing with style, apply these smithing templates at least once. Spire, Snout, Rib, Ward, Silence, Vex, Tide, Wayfinder. This seems fine until you realize that Mojang is run by evil people. 1.2% chance for silence. Listen, I can only open chests to find glowberries and Luck of the Sea 2 books for so long. That's all the achievements, so let's go over the 5 remaining advancements. Smells interesting, obtain a sniffer egg, and little sniffs, feed a snifflet. I love this thing so much. Crafting a new look, craft a trimmed armor at a smithing table, respecting the remnants, brush a suspicious block to obtain a pottery shard, and lastly, the power of books. Read the power signal of a chiseled bookshelf using a comparator. This wasn't included in the original set of achievements when they were first added in the first snapshot, so this just makes me think that someone really wanted this to be in the game. Also, I love that not a single advancement here has you go to a trail ruins. I have PTSD. So it's April Fool's of 2024, and Mojang releases the Poisonous Potato update in Snapshot 24W14 Potato. This comes with a brand new Poisonous Potato dimension and just way too much content, like holy crap. If you're not aware with my experience with this update, then feel free to check out my video going over every time Minecraft got a 4th dimension, and then you'll understand why I wished I never had to see this place again. So lucky me, there are 24 advancements. Starting things off with Poisonous Potato Saga, the world is your potato. This is another root advancement because the potato world just had to have its own tab in the advancement screen. You're actually given this advancement immediately upon loading into the world. On closer inspection, place a poisonous potato plant on your head to reveal the truth. Non plus ultra, enter the potato dimension. I want to turn back already. Sweet Potato Talker, said potato over 99 times. Yes, the game actually tracks how many times you say potato in chat. Bring home the corruption. See the corruption and be like, hey, I want that in my garden. In actuality, what you need to do is right click on the... I feel like if I say this with my American accent, you guys will just make fun of me. This thing while holding corrupted potato peels to turn it into a corrupted peelgrass block while in the overworld. Around the potato in 80 days, visit all the potato biomes. This includes fields, hash, arboretum, corruption, and wasteland. Alright, everyone, look at this block. It's the Poisonous Potato Cutter, and using it you can cut poisonous potatoes into sticks and fries. Slice to perfection. Eat some poisonous potato slices. In reality, you just need to hold the slices. A bit undercooked. Eat some poisonous potato sticks. In reality, you just need to hold the sticks. Finally, some fast food. Eat some poisonous potato fries. In reality, you just need to hold the fries. A salty snack, chips versus crisps. Let the debate begin. In reality, you just need to hold the chips. Alright, now we can eat them and get poisonous potato taster. Eat some raw poisonous potato sticks and slices. And poisonous potato gourmet. Eat some raw poisonous potato sticks, slices, fries, and chips. By the way, I really hope seeing these things made out of literal poisonous potatoes is not making you hungry. Peeling good. Craft the potato peeler. Peel all the things. Peel a block, peel a potato sheep, and peel the poisonous potato chest plate off of an entity. But it seems like you can't be the one doing the peeling, as there's also get peeled. Get peeled by another player using a potato peeler while wearing a poisonous potato chest plate. Speaking of the chest plate, I'm so hungry I could eat my shirt. Well, that's an unfortunate cutoff. Avoid getting hungry by eating your own poisonous potato chest plate. Well done. Reheat potatoes too many times. Alright, take some potatoes and cook them into baked potatoes. Then take those baked potatoes to make baked potato bricks. Then cook those baked potato bricks into charred baked potato bricks, then cook those charred baked potato bricks into charcoal. The devs really had fun with this update. Another thing you could use those baked potato bricks for is to make a potato refinery, allowing you to take the oil from some items and lubricate others with it, which starts off with get oily. Refine a potato into potato oil. By the way, there are 5 more advancements with this thing. So slippery. Lubricate an item with potato oil in the potato refinery. Lubrication bonanza. Lubricate an item 10 times. Whee! Throw a lubricated item and watch it slide. Whee! How far can you go? This one just has you throw an item that you've lubricated 10 times. And these boots were made for sliding. And that's just what they'll do. Lubricate boots in the refinery. They can actually be any type of boots, not just the poisonous potatoes. I'm going insane. Finishing things off, find the Mega Spud boss, kill them, and get Potato-ish, Great Staff of the Peasant. It's a WoW reference and I don't know how to pronounce it. And this is how we get Good Plant. Do as the PPP demand, PPP being the poisonous potato plant your buddy throughout the entire journey. Yes, once getting the staff from beating the final boss, you're told to throw it in a composter. Of course, doing so just gives you a single layer of compost and the poisonous potato plant will make fun of you. But hey, you've completed the April Fool's update. Oh my god, I can leave now. And not a single advancement about toxic resin or amber gems. Thank you, Mojang. Alright, now we can finally talk about the real updates again. On April 23rd, 2024, Mojang released the Armored Paws drop, a small little update adding armadillos, wolf armor, and wolf variants. For whatever reason, Java Edition got 4 new advancements that just weren't added to Bedrock Edition. Isn't it cute? Get armadillo scutes from an armadillo using a brush. Sheer brilliance. Remove wolf armor from a wolf using shears. You guys are getting really desperate for advancements now, huh? Good as new. Repair a damaged wolf armor using armadillo scutes. And finally, the one that I'm surprised wasn't added to Bedrock Edition, the whole pack. Tame one of each wolf variant. Don't worry, Bedrock players, as with the release of 1.21, the Tricky Trials update, of the 8 advancements added to Java Edition, 4 came over to Bedrock. Revolting. Unlock an ominous vault using an ominous trial key. After opening it, hope you get lucky enough to get a heavy core for overkill. Deal 50 hearts of damage in a single hit using the mace. This is called overkill, probably partially because Bedrock still has overkill, but Java doesn't. Crafters crafting crafters. Be near a crafter when it crafts a crafter. Who needs rockets? Use a wind charge to launch yourself upwards 8 blocks. And for the Java exclusive, under lock and key, use a trial key on a vault. Blowback. Kill a breeze with a deflective breeze shot wind charge. Minecraft Trials Edition. Step foot into a trial chamber. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for since the start of this video, the advancement that single-handedly saved 1.21, lighten up. Scrape a copper bulb with an axe to make it brighter. This only works if the bulb is on, and also while I'm making this video, this advancement is bugged, and you can also get it for scraping off the wax as well. Very cool. It's after this point that Mojang decided that they really like the word drop, so they're doing those more. And with the release of the Bundles of Bravery drop, also known as Caves and Cliffs Part 5, we got nothing. Weirdly enough. Like, nothing on Java, nothing on Bedrock. I'm actually surprised. I was honestly expecting an advancement that was something like bundles of bundles for putting a bundle in another bundle, but nope. Alright, so at the time of this video, the most recent drop was the Garden Awakens drop. This video took so long that a whole new drop released while I was making it. Also, don't worry, the only thing that changed was that Country Load Take Me Home isn't in the Nether anymore because it doesn't use netherite in its recipe, which somehow had nothing on Java again. Bedrock got their own achievement, just one, with Heart Transplanter. place a creaking heart in the correct alignment between two pale oak logs. For whatever reason, Java skipped out on this one too, and I know that I've been making fun of those advancements that reasonably, have no reason to exist, but now I have nothing to end this video on. I miss them. Anyways, the best part about this video is that now that Mojang are doing drops instead of one update per year, this video is very likely to be outdated within 2 months of me releasing this video. Oh yeah, I said I'd talk about the how did we get here advancement again. So yeah, it's crazy that the strategy for doing this for an official feature of the game is to use boats to transport shulkers into the overworld along with can you answer that? I'm just gonna hide under the table, and if it's the IRS, then, you don't know me.
It's not the IRS. We have a participation award for you.
Oh, well, in that case, come right in!